There you go.
Yeah, and it's got
Okay.
the red button and everything. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I think that's good. Want to close, let's see.
I find Microsoft Outlook hard to navigate. I find Microsoft very,
Yeah.
not intuitive, but I'm an Apple person.
I'm technically challenged no matter what. I'm Joanne, by the way.
Good, Jim. Nice to meet you. Okay.
Okay, well, we'll call the meeting to order, at 7:04.
Okay.
We'll go over old business from the last time around. We had Mr. Moffett, we're still working on trying to find out about.
Yes, we know, town collector to see if she could check on the check to see if it's cleared.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And, we had the historical system, oh, that's new business. Any other old business that we need to discuss? All right, on to new business. Sandy, you sent me an email about the grant award for the Mendon Historical Society.
Yes. It looks like they got a grant, and we need to look and see if we paid that. But then they didn't run their program.
Oh,
So, well, because it was on Eleanor Roosevelt and there were some other things that they didn't realize, so that they thought it would be redundant. Historical Society ran some issues regarding our request to host In the Garden with Eleanor Roosevelt. Two other groups received grant money for similar programs. So we ended up postponing our program, feeling that the public would be saturated. Could you give us some guidance regarding the matter? We are not sure that we are still eligible to receive the grant money as it's close to expiring. Now, did we pay them?
I thought they did because I remember them turning in their paperwork.
Yeah, $375, but they had two last year. I thought that. All right, so Mendon Historical Society, they had World War II women and then In the Garden with Eleanor Roosevelt. Which one did we?
What was the total grant of last year?
They had two separate ones.
It was two separate ones. We gave them $375 for World War II women,
And that was with 400,
and we gave them
450 for World War women. Oh, no, 375, you're right, I'm sorry. And the other one is 450 from the garden. Stuff.
and we paid them $450.
So you paid them Eleanor Roosevelt, but not the World War II. Or you combined it together.
No, they were two separate. So if we paid them $450,
for a program that wasn't delivered.
Right. I wonder if we should email them that.
okay, so yeah, you're right. The $450 was In the Garden with Eleanor Roosevelt. So I think they have to return the money.
Yeah. They,
Because if they don't actually, I mean, I hate to tell them that, and you know, I hate to tell them that, but you know, we gotta abide by the rules.
yeah, they're gonna have to return it. Did they submit receipts for the World War II one at all?
They would have received, well, they don't do a submit a receipt, they will submit their,
Paperwork? Did they submit anything for World War II?
I believe they submitted both. I believe they did. Do you keep copies of
A
all
little
this?
preemptive there.
See?
I didn't keep copies, because we had the spreadsheet that,
Paid up front. They submit the paper. They're paid up front and they just have to show proof that they did function.
oh, wait, no, we paid them twice.
Okay. So
Okay, so we paid them April 20th, we paid them $375. That was the World War II. And then the Eleanor Roosevelt, we paid them $450. All right, so they have to return
they
it.
have to return it.
Yeah. They have to return it. I feel bad, I'm sorry, but it wasn't a general donation, it was a grant for a specific.
They should
Well,
They
we're
should
just saying
complain.
their honesty and
Yeah.
let them know if they can apply.
I didn't notice, did they apply for anything this
They
20
did
FY 24?
too.
That's the two. That's the one that we're not gonna be on because we did it this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the David Wolf one. And then I think they may have had another one as well.
Could they substitute with one they did this year for when they were actually granted and weren't able to
Well,
do?
the thing is, they can't just,
Right.
Yeah.
we'll piggyback it in now because it's beyond the actual application date.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, but I see what you're saying. You're saying instead to David Lowell thing. Yeah.
I mean, we
But
have,
that was the one we looked at, and it was like equipment.
I know, we didn't want to fund this equipment, that's all right. Yeah, you know, yeah, we didn't.
so we actually declined to fund that particular one, so, all right,
It was,
that's.
it was because of the time, they've already had the event,
Mm,
and they applied for it for 24. So technically, they should move the event for 24.
Yeah.
And 24, and, it was, for the rental from television. And I don't think the cultural council approves equipment charges. It's like,
You have your own or,
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's like fees.
were they doing it at the senior center or?
No, they did it at the Unitarian Church,
Oh,
so they didn't, I don't think they had a hall fee or anything like that.
and I don't know, I haven't been to that church in a while. If they have, I know, I know they have like a community room.
Right.
Off the
that's what it was.
sanctuary.
Yes, in the back. That's where we.
I don't know if they have a big TV.
No,
They don't,
no,
okay,
because I actually went to it,
Hmm.
and I knew they had to rent it,
okay.
so.
Unfortunately, they're gonna have to return the funds.
Which is fine, but I think they may spent them, it might be hard for them, but. Yeah, no, I know, I don't want to feel big.
I know. I can respond to her.
It's like last year, the people that do the concert at the beach, I don't know, they had technical difficulties, they didn't get their grant on time, and I had to say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not getting that time, you just
I
have to
know
do
on
it.
the site too, there's language about
Yeah,
what to, when this happens, that we can kind of quote to.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I always forgot this. Being approved.
Oh.
I always forgot.
I'm glad you reminded because I,
So approved, anybody else?
and
Second.
all in favor?
Yeah.
Now they can be marked approved on this date and sent to Ellen at the town hall and she'll put them on the website.
Oh, okay. 50.
Now let's start. That's okay. I'm good to know. No.
I
thank you,
always
thank you,
forgot
thank you.
that.
Thank you. I, no forms whatsoever. Thank you. Now to proceed to this year's grants. We had quite a few apply for this year. We've got a total of 30 grants that people have applied for. So,
Are you on the mass?
we kind of looked at it briefly.
You can-
It's time to kind of get some idea.
Okay.
Now, I don't know in the past what you guys have done, but I know like in my mind, if you're gonna charge an admission, you shouldn't be asking for a grant because you're making, that's me personally. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm looking at it. We're
I
giving them
don't-
money because they're gonna charge somebody money to
Yeah,
get in.
Masco's.
That,
Okay.
and I think, and I'm
it's
not sure,
like
don't quote me,
whatever it is, 75 pages
but I
or
think
whatever it is.
there's regulations in the grant that says it can be a donation, but not an admission. You can request a
sign on, it
donation
should-
from people, but you
if you
can't
scroll down,
charge
it
them.
should say-
But
It's the panel, that's what it's called.
I was not here last time, but I did go through, I read all the applications.
yeah,
Somewhat of what you're talking about is like the place when, in Milford, the practical
the
conflict.
concept,
Yeah, I mean, I can see where, and we funded them every year, but I can see it, and they charge some pretty good admission.
Yeah, and
I can see your point on that.
you know, if you've got a family of 5 that wants to be able to go, having to pay a $10-20 admission
That's
to
a
get
lot.
into something.
It's a lot.
And when we're trying to promote the arts, you're kind of discouraging people to
Yeah.
go to the arts when you're charging an admission like
Yeah.
that. So,
Which number is that? Which one are you looking at? Number 8? Oh, that's a great goal.
No, that's good, it's. Here, 25. They're asking for $650, they do it. I mean, I went there once before I was involved with the cultural council, and, you know, they do a good job, it's a, you know, it's a full orchestra.
Mhm.
But, you know, tickets aren't cheap.
now, in the past, have you guys like started with limited to Mendon only first, if it was gonna be in Mendon and then the surrounding areas, or did you do, it didn't matter? I don't know.
We gave priority to Mendon.
Okay, so that's.
What we did was we go through and anybody we're gonna reject, we reject, and then we see how much money we have and how much money of people that we didn't reject.
Okay.
And then we make choices.
Okay,
But we haven't really had quite as many applications in the past, like it's kind of evened out. We haven't really had to make too many tough decisions.
I know like, and previous, we, like say somebody was asking $1,000, we'd come back and say, we'll give you 500.
No.
Yeah,
Just so that we could make sure we funded.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
We hate to say no, but especially, but at least we can say, no, we'll give you 500, and they can just come back and say, and we had one person who wanted the full amount, and they're like, no, and we're like, well, we're sorry, then you
Yeah.
know, yes, we're trying to help you
Yeah.
there, but.
Yeah.
See, that's mine.
So I need to find out what our total amount is, 6,200, 62, okay.
6,200,
And so, and then it's right.
all
But
right,
we're
so,
ready to log in.
If we were
That's
to go
cultural
down
council.
and add
Simple.
the total numbers, I can't.
You have
It's,
a login
added up.
for Mass.
it's like 10 to 14,000. Oh, no, 19,238.
Oh, Jeepers crow.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
I thought you had.
So the total grants that we received are requesting 19,238.
Okay,
The amount of money that we got from Massachusetts is $6,200.
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought,
But we're not funding everybody.
one request is 19 what?
238.
And these people who have applied to other towns, they know, like the big ones, they know, okay, I can apply to Mendon, I can apply to
Yeah.
Oxford, I can apply to Northbridge,
Yeah.
so they're used to that, so they know.
So what I did is I went through and I added up requested amount.
Mhm.
I did not go through and add up project budget.
Okay,
So that's only what that's specifically what we're being asked for.
right, okay. Of these. Okay, let's start with the ones that we're kind of leaning towards that we won't
Reject.
reject,
Okay.
okay? Do you guys go down the list or do you all just say,
Yeah.
okay, free community art celebration of Mendon? That's
Mendon.
Mendon, so that we can move on. Blackstone Valley Chorus Spring and Fall. Yeah, is that one held? Is that held at the church in Uxbridge? Is that the one that, can't apply every year, I know that.
2 concerts, yes, Uxbridge Church.
Yeah, the Uxbridge Church.
They've done 10 applications plus Mendon. Oh, so if you go through and look at what if you go through and look at what their total budget is and how much they've asked, they're asking for more money if they get funding from everybody, so we might want to fund them at a lower amount.
Yeah. Plus, you know, what you could do too, we could do is we could say, okay, we'll fund you X amount of dollars only for one of the concerts, like a spring or
Either or.
either or. That way there, because,
So they're asking for 2X, so they're asking for $1,000.
Which is kind of a lot of money.
that was a lot of money.
So again, because I do these sort of things, they want 16% of our budget.
That's a big,
That's a big chunk.
What did we give them?
We had given them $1,000 last year for their jubilee. Oh, I hate that this isn't searchable. All right.
Yeah, we
So they
we
include
did.
their sheet music and concert attire in their request for their funding.
I don't know, I gotta get it up.
It says supplies and materials, sheet music and concert
Oh, okay.
attire, 2,000, almost $2,100. Salaries for the musicians is 2,900.
They're not requesting all of that from us.
No, they're going to every town though and asking. That's
So
the
they're
whole
like,
thing.
they want a portion.
They want a portion from us. They have to list all of the towns that they're applying
Oh.
to.
So,
They apply to. They applied to Douglas, Millville, Hopedale, Grafton, Northbridge, Oxford, Millbury, Sutton, Blackstone, and Uxbridge's cultural councils,
Yeah.
besides us. So they're hoping between all of them, they'll get the fund, the whole total funding. That's what they're hoping for. I mean, we could keep them on as a revisit.
keep them on as just a 1X.
Could do them as a 1X, yeah.
right, so. Under local cultural council grant, they have 4,900, so it looks like they're not expecting to get funded by everybody.
By everybody.
So what I was thinking is, if they asked us for 1,000, I assume they asked everybody else for 1,000, so that would be. If they applied to,
11, there'd be 11 chapters they applied.
that'd be that'd be $11,000, which
Yeah.
is more than their budget.
It's almost 2X.
They're
Yeah.
making money off the deal.
Yeah.
And they're getting donations and they're getting raffle
And membership dues,
and membership dues.
so,
But if they're saying they're only getting local cultural council grants, 4,900, it looks like most councils don't give them the full amount.
they're
or
going off of
anything
what
at
they got,
all.
yeah, they're probably going, basing it off what they got for grants last year. A
Yeah.
lot of the councils might have came back and said, okay, you asked for 1,000, I'm giving you 500.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what
Yes,
they
that
did.
would be 200.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah, if they're getting money in
yeah,
from other means besides the grants, so we may want to just put them on a revisit and come back and look at them, okay? The next one is the Blackstone Valley Blackstone Valley Community Concert Band. And this is to take place June through July. It's the summer concert series on Mendon's Town Beach.
oh, these are the people that missed the deadline last year.
Oh, they're in here now.
Oh, they wasn't there.
All right, and they have a total budget of $5,600. Right, and they are requesting, or is it here?
500?
500 from us, I believe.
What are they looking at? So many
We funded these
musicians.
people in the past.
Yeah, and it's on the town beach, so we should,
Yeah,
yeah,
So is that a yes?
yes.
Okay. And did we say a good look at, I'll go back for a second. Did we say yes to the community art celebration #1? Amended 350?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
going through old stuff, I don't think that we funded them like last year, or maybe the year before, they didn't ask about it, but one year we did fund them. And it looked like a kind of cool thing, like they picked an old building, people went and they did watercolors of it, I think, it looked pretty
That's
cool.
kind of neat.
Yeah,
The next one is the Blackstone Valley Regional Vocational Technical Festival that they have every year. They're asking 500 from us, and it'll be in the fall of 2024.
That's what we gave them last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's,
we usually.
So that's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, yeah.
This money's going fast. $6,200 doesn't go very too far.
This was a new one.
Clough?
Yeah.
Oh, we had talked about this at the
Yes.
last.
Yeah,
Last
we
meeting.
talked about this. This is a new one.
No,
This is.
absolutely
okay,
not.
good.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. There's a PTO there, no.
What would the PTO ask for? my link that would have let me sign into the grant system expired. So
Oh,
it was in my, when I was
well,
able.
feel free to look up mine, just, that's fine.
So I haven't seen these, but what did they ask for? That's for a cake.
They want 24% of our budget to send a third grade class on a historical trolley.
Which they do every year. They do it every year,
Mhm.
but it's typically funded from the PTO.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's,
they, they have
they reason-
fundraisers.
they have reasonably well-funded PTO.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. So this was kind of a surprise to see this one.
Yeah.
maybe they're just branching out in terms of searching for funding.
Or maybe they're thinking, because they don't know what
Yeah.
we have and what we can do. So maybe
Right.
they thought, oh, if we can get some money from the cultural council, maybe that's less fundraising we have to do.
Exactly.
Well,
Fewer cupcakes you're selling and.
Right, gift wrap, popcorn, candy.
yeah.
I think my issue was not only that they asked for a large chunk of change, people may not know how much money we get, but
Yeah.
it's not like open to the public. It's very specifically a school trip.
Yeah.
And I know, I'm sure we fund stuff where they only get 30 people that show up,
Mhm.
but it's
It's
like
wide
here at the library, but anybody can go.
Right.
It's not specifically a third grade class.
Yeah.
The next one is Science with Amanda. We talked about this the last time. We were kind of interested in this, but we wanted to see if she would be willing to do it at the Mendon Town Beach and not Pelt Pond and Uxbridge.
This seems very Uxbridge oriented, like in the Uxbridge schools, and it seemed very.
Yeah, so we won't,
We're not gonna have, there's very little benefit for Mendon. people.
Right.
right, and that's why
Right.
it was like, she's got it down for Pelt Pond. We were hoping we could say, okay, would you come and do it in Mendon instead of Uxbridge?
Yeah, and then, so there's, I think Amanda also does the science on the pond,
Yep,
which is kind of the same thing. It seems very Uxbridge
Yeah,
oriented.
so this one's after school, okay. So
Yeah,
what's the pond, was that Uxbridge Pond?
the Uxbridge
Oh,
pond,
Pelt Pond?
yeah,
Yeah, we wanted,
I'm not-
we were talking about it the last time. We'd like to see, if she was gonna do it.
Yeah.
We'd say to her,
Town
okay,
Beach.
would you do it in Mendon Town Beach? That's what we wanted.
And
Yeah.
that didn't fund it last year either one.
No.
Music on the pond or science.
Okay.
I mean, it's, since we didn't fund her last year, would you want to give
Oh,
her a
and
shot?
actually, if you look at it, the applicant is the Early Lee Taft Elementary School.
Oh, then
Yeah.
no.
So it's
No,
another school.
that's not-
It's not
Oh.
Yeah.
like last year, it was the Pelt Pond Recreational Committee. So this
so
year.
we have one from them too.
Yeah, which, we'll get to that.
Okay, so number 6 is a no.
Okay.
All right, the next one is the Winter Solace and Story and Hop concert. And this is going to take place at the Taft Library, December 10th of 2024. And she's requesting $675.
Edgecombe. So last year, she had the fantastic folk tales of flowers. And she requested $675, and we gave her $525.
Is she the one that wants like $80 for travel or something like that?
Hold on, we can tell you what the
Yeah.
budget says.
Or maybe that's somebody else. We like the library. We like stuff at the library. She's got a letter from the library.
Yeah,
Yep,
She gets her paperwork done.
yeah.
storytelling is fun to have to
Yeah,
listen to,
yeah.
it really is. Um,
I mean, I say we give her what she's asking for, and then, we'll have, if we have to trim things, because
we can always go back,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
say 675, I agree with that,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
So that's a hold, is,
We're gonna say 675 for her, and if we have to trim, we'll go back and trim. Okay, the next one is the Greater Milford Community Chorus. This is you guys are more familiar with this than I am. They're asking 400, and it's the spring concert for the Milford Chorus to be held at some grand ballroom above the Milford Town Hall.
Yeah.
Okay. We funded them in the past.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you give them all of what they were asking, or did you counteract and say, we'll give you this amount?
yeah, why don't you?
Oh, but there's a charge at the door.
Yes, and I want to say we did,
$10 for tickets in advance, $12 at the door.
so they were looking for 500 last year. We did actually funded them 500. Because their budget was like 4,500. So their budget this year is 2,025, and we gave them 500 last year, so their budget is like half. So I would say we give them half of what they're asking,
Okay,
So 200?
200.
200, yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Makes sense with me.
unless we have to make
I don't
cuts.
know why their budget's so much less this year than it was last year, but we don't have time to look at it.
The next one is requesting 400, and it's the best generation, a cultural review of the 1950s through music. March, April, or July and August.
What's the venue?
It's either gonna be the senior center or the library.
This guy pissed me off.
Okay, we're up to a bad start.
And
I did.
the,
I remember, yeah, I have a note that you had to follow up for more information.
Okay, so this guy pissed me off. Last year, he submitted a grant for the Beatles, the history of America through the Beatles' eyes. And I thought that was a really cool thing and I really wanted to go, but he didn't have a specific date and he didn't have a venue book. So I emailed him and I said, hey, get a specific date, get a specific everything, and your grant won't be automatically denied. So he did, and I think he did it at the library, and I couldn't go, but many people did, and they liked it. So this year, where's his date, where's his venue? He knows, he's supposed to have a
He is-
venue.
he has, ideally, the senior center and the library, he hasn't done either one.
Yeah, so,
So based on that, I would like to do it. I mean, do we say no, just because he should know better?
But he,
well, it pissed me off, but I will,
I want to see
I will
something.
defer. He should know better.
Right.
Yeah, it says it right on the application.
The other thing is,
Out there.
everyone's vying for a finite amount of funds.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you would want to put yourself in the best light, or you need the venue and a date. I'll get that for you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, people.
okay, so
Okay, you can keep venting.
No, last year it was a different year, like, we went through and we said no to a lot of ones that really didn't apply, and then we pretty much had more than enough money to
Right.
fund everybody who
Yeah,
wanted.
I was thinking about that.
We were kind of like, okay, well, we're kind of on the fence on this one, but we got money, so we'll do it. That's not the case this year.
No, we have a lot more
Right.
to go through. I say, at first glance, he didn't tell us where he's gonna have it. It is a requirement that they tell us.
Yes.
I think we skip it. And then if when we come back around, if we have some money left over, then we'll give the second.
Okay.
the next one is live arts.
Yes, that is.
We funded them before.
Yeah.
They're asking 500. It's a concert series, October 15th and November 19th of this year. And March 24th and May 19th of next year.
Oh, we did not fund them.
It's gonna take place in Franklin,
That's kind of,
or the Universal Church in
I think
Akron.
That's why we didn't.
Yeah.
No.
We have
Yeah,
funded
we
it
did
in the
not.
past,
Yeah.
but maybe not next
No,
year.
yeah.
Franklin's a little bit of a hike.
so that's enough.
That's enough.
Okay. I am.
Okay, what's our next one? Let's see here. The next one is asking 600. It's, I am, May of 2024, either the library or the high school. Like, I'm saying the high school is the middle school.
Okay.
I think it is Nipmuc Region. Was that they call that the middle school, or is it the high
Nipmuc
school?
Regional's high school.
Okay, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And were we saying that we were hoping that this could be something that the whole community, not just school kids,
Correct.
could go to this?
Yeah.
And it's geared towards students, correct?
Students, correct.
So,
I don't see it.
yeah, I don't either. I mean, it's probably a good cause, but I mean, it's for everybody.
I did kind of like it, but sometimes these things turn out to be more of a sales pitch to sell the book than it is really a program.
Mhm.
And it's hard to tell, like I've been to some of these self-help things and all they do is try to tell you their whatever.
The next thing, the next.
Yeah, yeah, buy my book, buy my,
You'll learn even more.
yeah. And this, if you buy my book, you could,
You may.
yeah.
Okay, the next one is Finding Your Roots, the Mendon Historical Society. They have already had it and it was back in October. And
That, I have a note here, large format TV screen rental.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what he wants.
So unfortunately, we can't because
550, yeah,
Yeah.
he wanted to pay, to have a grant for to rent the TV.
So that's a no.
that's.
So that's a
Okay.
no. The next one is the Mendon Historical Society again, right?
Yeah.
All right, it was 600, and they're looking at the Unitarian Church in March 2024.
Okay.
And the impact of historical misinformation on the lives of present-day local Native Americans.
Does the Unitarian Church charge like a rental fee or a hall fee?
I do not believe they
I
do.
don't think they do
They open
either.
it up to the
They
public.
open it
Yes.
Okay.
No, they do. Space rental's $100.
Oh, is it-
Yeah, it's in the budget, they charge them $100.
Okay.
So the 600 would fund the person to come in. And the $100 rental fee for the day.
Hmm.
For the church.
It still seems kind of high. I mean, what's he gonna speak for, an hour and 15 minutes?
See.
She got one.
She,
Say 300.
300.
The next one's asking, this is okay, $403.
I think this mileage, this,
Oh, this is the one.
Amelia.
I saw that 403 jumped out at me.
Mendon Senior Center, May of 2024, May 8th exactly.
Mhm. All right, so she has a date, in
And
place.
last year she did, the First Lady of the World.
And she's done, RGB.
Yeah. Yeah.
The senior center loves her.
Yeah.
They booked her before.
Yeah.
But she's the one that we all last year commented on mileage, really. She's got $100. I mean,
Where's she coming from?
she's in the local area. It's not.
That's,
Okay, she lives in Amesbury.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
well,
she's still
Amesbury
very-
is right near, Amesbury is right near Newburyport. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. That's all right.
That's a.
That's not, that is,
And my-
The mileage rate, the national mileage rate times whatever miles.
Well,
in
Well,
there.
and well, you know what? It's an hour. My son-in-law's parents have a house in Amesbury. It's a hike.
yeah.
It's a hike.
It is, it's like
It's an hour
the
and
end of
65.
like when you're going, is it the Mass? Or
No.
195,
Yeah, I think it's
all
95.
95, all
Yeah.
before you get to New Hampshire.
It's a hike. What's the national mileage rate?
65 cents.
65?
It's 80. 80
I
miles.
bet it is. It's,
80
that's in the
miles.
ballpark.
Each way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
but is paying mileage really a cultural council thing? I mean,
Well,
she should factor it
I would
into
give,
her
I
salary.
would give her $300.
She would, if she was smart, she would factor it into. her
Yeah.
salary.
In Barry.
Yeah. I mean, how different is mileage from a large screen TV?
yeah, and you know, maybe if we set the precedents now that we're not gonna give her, we give her 300, the next year she'll ask for 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you put your salary in, you usually calculate
Yeah.
everything.
All your expenses.
All your expenses, you don't just,
Although I will tell you that various things that I've worked with have a separate line item for travel. So, that's expensed differently, so you can't, it's not as simple as that. But I mean, what was if you said 80 miles times the 65 cents, what did you come up with?
Well, it'd be 160 miles round trip.
Oh, around
her
trip.
trip's 160
Oh,
miles.
yeah, then she's well within, I think.
Oh, so she's right there.
Right there.
She's right there. Yeah, so I would. It's just,
I mean,
our format, we haven't seen that.
I mean, would you want to just trim that down, say 350, 300, 350?
Sure, why don't,
Do 350.
Okay.
That's what we did last year.
The next one is Mr. Moffett,
So we normally fund him. so
250.
Yeah.
And is it always the same thing he does
he
every year?
does, Yep, he does.
And what is he, like a 1 million?
But since Rich at the Valley Chapel this time around.
It's always there.
He won't come to
He-
Mendon and
he
do it
used
at
to
the senior center. But he won't,
Here?
he won't, in here, but he won't do it in town. Does he still live in
I
town?
think we should press his hand on this.
I think he should do it in town.
Yeah.
We're
I
happy to
mean,
have one. We'll
it-
find a venue.
Yeah, I mean, you could always find a bit, like you said. Yeah, the Unitarian Church, you could do it. Why have him go to another town?
I just feel like if we don't give it to him with the issues that he's had, that he's gonna,
No, he shouldn't take it to heart. as
What
far
what
as
are
that.
the issues?
well, he keeps saying he hasn't received his check, and 2 years ago, he did receive the check, he just forgot, he does admit that he forgot. So, I mean, it's $250.
But it's not in town, though. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's Uxbridge, so it's not, I mean, and the Unitarian Church is actually, there's 2 churches.
Yeah,
One's in Uxbridge and one's in.
But this is at the Valley Chapel,
That is
which is,
different.
that's a whole totally different church. I could see, but Uxbridge Church is not owned by the Unitarian Church anymore.
no, it's the town,
It's the town, it's owned by the town.
cultural
So
center.
then
It's
it's
not-
maybe they don't charge a rental fee.
Valley Chapel, I can, hold on, let's see. Yeah, $150. So
He could come to Mendon.
he could come to Met, does he
No, it'd be
live?
100 if he was gonna go to the Unitarian Church.
Or come here for free.
Or
Go to the library?
to the
I don't know if
library?
it's the right acoustics though.
Senior center? I don't know, but I
Or
mean,
the senior center.
or the senior
Yes, the
center.
senior center has concerts.
Does
I
he
feel
live
like
in
if it's
Mendon?
a- If it's a Christmas concert, it's a brass.
Lives in Mendon.
I think it may be the ambiance of it, and having it in a chapel, maybe it's, dim lights, things like that.
Have you been to Valley Chapel?
Is that the huge one?
That's used. There's no dim lights. It's
Okay.
used. It's 2 floors.
Okay, all right.
And the acoustics, unless he's gonna play like in front of a microphone to get the acoustics go out, it's a big chapel.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I've been to-
um, and
I don't seem like the one in Mendon would be better suited for his,
yeah,
a better venue.
yeah.
No, where's that? Senior?
No, the Unitarian Church.
And you know what I don't like? He didn't put down if he applied to other local councils, and we all know he applies to all other local councils. He left that blank.
Well, then we shouldn't fund him.
So do we cut the cord?
Yeah. I hate to be mean, but
No, it's,
That's not-
we have finite dollars here.
next one is $500. It's the Providence Mandolin Orchestra and held at the Mendon UU Church Sanctuary. Where is that?
Unitarian.
Right here.
Well, I didn't know they called it the U, because isn't there a church on 142? Is that-
That's the Bethany.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, but isn't there another one too farther down? That you go down the hill like,
On the left, I think that's the Mennonites.
okay, all right. So yeah, that's what I was thinking the UU church
Oh,
was. That's what I was
okay.
thinking.
So she's looking for fun. This is a new.
This is a new one.
Yeah, she-
Yeah.
This is a new one and it's right in Mendon.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good one.
yeah, I think it's a good one
Okay.
too.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, the next one is Music Dance EDU. This is in Randolph. Or
Where?
this is from
Hip
Randolph.
Hop Jam, no, that's at the senior center.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And,
Oh, the hip hop dance. Oh,
Yeah.
they're from Randolph. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I believe the senior center really,
They like them.
yes.
But she did not have a letter of commitment from the senior
Oh,
center.
she didn't.
No.
Okay,
No, nothing yet from them.
okay. Oh, we didn't fund her last year. Sandy to email a letter of support. Okay. Last year.
And I think that maybe one year when she was funded, like she didn't do the program or something happened.
She doesn't have an exact date either. She's like on or after Black History Month, so.
Yeah,
Okay, so, no. I think this is what happened last year. It's what it goes on.
yeah.
Okay, next.
Okay.
Muchísimo.
So, okay. So the Thimbles Pleasures Quilt Show, they do charge an admission, but we have funded Ellis in the past because she plays her harp.
Mhm.
But,
So I think that we have to look at, in conjunction with the fact that this year,
And I think that
the
the
quilt show,
quilt show was applying.
yeah, they want half our money, they want
Yeah.
$3,100. It's a fundraiser for the Doug Flutie Autism Foundation, they charge admission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I know that's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Um,
I can go either way on the flower.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, she plays the flute, that's right.
yeah, she plays the
Tease
flute.
them, hold on. I feel like we should do that one, because, I mean, we're not funding the show. But,
You wanna do it at the full 300?
well, sure, her budget's 9,
She's applying to Upton too.
and that makes sense, because DVT's in Upton.
Yeah, she's applying to both.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Next one's Polk Pond Recreation Committee.
I have an issue with Uxbridge, with the town of Uxbridge applying to Mendon for funds. They're much larger, they get more funds from the state than we do. I don't,
Why they,
why should they try and, why be greedy and try and raid ours?
They also applied to Northbridge and Millville too.
Yeah.
that sounds like a no.
So 19 and 20 are no, music and
Yeah.
science, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Blackstone Valley Music Conference.
Is that the one that's at the church in Uxbridge that they do?
I think so, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Or is it the one right by the mobile station? Isn't there an actual coffee house there?
They used to do it right there. It's a music
Right
shop in
Okay.
downtown. And now that they have opened up the church, the old
You,
UU church there, it's now being used as a cultural center.
Okay.
And they all have used to, they have different events there going on, and that's where they held.
I'm not opposed to that. I just. Because it's not in Mendon, I mean, I would say, I'd cut that in half or make it 300.
Make it
I
300.
mean, maybe the space in Uxbridge is great and it's an easy commute. But these are our funds. It should be on our turf.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe it was last year's application too, and this year's application, it kind of sounded like a lot of, like, child recitals that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And not really, and not true open mic, and it sounded kind of like a lot of child recitals.
The coffee house that the people that run the coffee house, they own the music store on the corner.
Yeah.
They have a lot of their own kids will come in.
Yeah.
And do
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So a new song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's, like you said, it's,
So what do we want to do with that? What do we want to do with 21? Is it a yes, maybe at a reduced rate?
Try to find if we gave anything last year. We did not. We did not, okay. Oh, right, we did not.
Or we want to put a hold on that?
put it hold.
Yeah.
Revisit it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
The next one is 650. It's the Mike and Beth Cabaret Show
Yeah.
Live.
I want to hear about this one.
And then it's gonna be at the Mendon Senior Center in 2024. It's a one-of-a-kind cabaret style show curated for seniors. It's a 1 hour concert that the listener takes a musical journey down memory lane.
It's a lot of
They
money.
applied to being as
Yeah.
cultural councils.
I'm gonna look right now. The budget is 650. It does not, it doesn't have anything written into it.
And what are their expenses?
It is $600 for salaries and $50 for materials.
That's a tenth of our budget.
Yeah,
My issue is it's an hour
it's an
show.
hour, that's $300 each.
Yeah.
For 1 hour.
Yeah.
I'd say we give them half.
Yeah, I have that to be passed.
325?
3.5?
Yeah.
The next one is 250. It's music. It doesn't have a place it's supposed to take place or when to be determined. It's jack of all trades, education and entertainment.
Sounds like a no.
You can't tell us where you're going or when.
Doesn't sound like it's gonna happen.
The next
The
one,
draw straws was giving up the declines.
the next one's gonna take
It could be
place
anonymous
is gonna take place in Worcester and at the Old South Church in Boston.
Oh, no, this guy pissed me off too.
Uh-oh.
Afternoon Nebraska, okay.
So I showed you, we did not fund him because downtown Boston and downtown Worcester is not our neighborhood.
Right.
He wrote the rudest,
Oh,
snarkiest
okay.
email.
Yeah.
That people, cultural councils that fund us get X%, Mendon didn't fund us, so they got 0% discount. And it's for discounted tickets.
I know, no,
This,
Oh.
no, he was,
no, no, no.
That's an easy no.
yeah.
We don't have to, there's no more debate.
Yeah. So be prepared for snarky email.
Okay.
It goes on and on and on.
And next one's the Claflin Hill Music Performers Foundation.
I believe we have funded this in the past.
We funded this in the past. I totally understand your admission. I love classical music. I think it's important to support classical music, but
When
I
take
could
the
go
place,
either way.
And it's gonna take place in Milford, however, it's $42 if you reserve ahead of time to get in, $27 for senior students and veterans.
that's a hard sell for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
I can see it either way.
And you can get a ticket, but you can go to Symphony Hall for what, $100, beat up in the nosebleed section, come on.
It's the next one, the next one.
Daniel's
Daniel's
Farms,
Farms,
and we generally give them because they allowed us to go when we had our, raffle basket. They allowed us to set up a table there for like 6 weeks and they never charged us
They're
anything.
looking for $800 for a concert series, and Daniel's Farm is what?
But
Up the road, at the end of the road,
Yeah.
basically, it really could be in Mendon, you
Yeah.
just cross the line, it's right there.
Exactly.
Is that Blacksman?
It's right over the Mendon line.
Yeah, right over the-
But it is Blacksman.
Yeah,
It is-
Blacksman.
Yeah, that's my thought,
Right
that's my
there.
thought.
Yeah,
I mean, do we want to fund them at 800? We want to fund them at 625?
Let me take a quick tally to see where we're
Okay.
at here.
800, it's for 5 concerts, or it's for 5 Sundays. Some of them are
Right.
just the farm or farmer's market. One is an apple festival, and then I guess they do an antique car or an antique tractor. I haven't been, but,
Mhm.
and these people are spot on with their paperwork. They're very easy to deal with.
Okay, so we are currently at 4,300. So if we
With them or without them?
without them. So if we
That puts them
phone
on
them, we'd be at 5,100 and we only have 4 left. And it doesn't look like we're gonna be giving them those pleasures anything. The wizard, we generally, because he comes here to the library, I believe.
And he had a letter of support from Tara.
Yeah,
the Wizard is which one? Oh,
It's
the
not
lab
27. so if we were to give that for 50, we're at 55.50.
Okay.
We're not gonna give them both. Roger Ticknell, old time thing.
Oh, that was one I had a problem with. He
Okay.
wants a lot of money for an hour
Okay,
at the senior center.
okay.
Well, would you want to even say for Daniels, 625, that's 1/10 of our, then we can revisit a couple.
Sure.
I want to say
Yeah.
625.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next one is.
Balloon band.
Basic.
I'm down.
The basic balloons was not only Ed the Wizard showing kids how to do the balloons. Well, actually not kids, anybody who wants to come, but it was also like for the balloons themselves, the supply, like he was gonna bring all the supplies and the kids, the participants would be taking stuff home with them.
And there's,
I didn't think that was a bad price.
yeah,
Worth it.
it doesn't charge admission or anything.
Yeah, yeah, it's free.
So is that a yes?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the next one is that's Thimble
Yeah,
Pleasures.
That's, that's the first time I've seen that one.
Maybe they think that we get $20,000 or
Right,
something like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and, then it's not such a big deal.
But this is a fundraiser for them, right?
It is, well, it's a fundraiser for the Doug Flutie Autism.
Oh, that's what them.
There's a lot of things, they have like a lot. of
BBT charges $2,800 to rent the place. And another $500 in insurance?
Yeah,
Which one's that?
Ooh,
28?
Thimble Pleasures, I'm
but I
just
want to say
looking
it's
at
like
it.
$20 a head to get in, or
Uh,
maybe more.
yeah.
And then they have, it's not?
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
No, they charge to get in. But you know what, it's a big thing if they get, I mean, I don't remember how many people they say that they get. You know, you need insurance to, in case somebody trips and falls.
Right.
But it blows my mind that BB charges 2,800 to rent.
Well, they take up the whole, like, the whole front end of the school. They take up the gymnasium, they take up the lunchroom, they take up the hallways, so they have to hire folks to go in and clean it.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
they say
It's a
1,500
big event.
people, so that's a lot of people, I'm sure they need, it's a big thing.
Yeah,
And the next one is 580, old time sing-alongs,
yeah, what is,
Mendon Senior Center.
okay, did you have a problem?
No, yeah, we had talked about that the last time. I think it's a 60-minute show at
Yeah.
the senior center.
Yeah.
Just singing old time hits that our parents, sing, or our grandparents.
Right, $580,
It seems kind of steep for
yeah,
an hour.
yeah.
I had that same thing, it's an hour,
We give the same as we gave the other persons, the cabaret.
half.
Yeah, how much do they want? $650?
I'd give it
guy-
250. 250 is a good,
$250.
you're making good money
Okay,
for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay,
it'll be interesting to see if he still
Yeah.
does it.
yeah, exactly.
And the next one is First Night in Uxbridge.
And I don't think we funded this one.
We did last year.
Yeah, but, right, I don't know why our own Mendon first.
We said that the last time we met. Why aren't they asking for
That's
something?
what this other.
Bush?
Bush.
Right.
Right.
Gosh, yeah.
They should be
They
asking.
must, well, they do their own, they do a car show, they do their own fundraising, so I guess we should feel fortunate that they don't ask. Okay, so that's a no. All right, so,
So you want to tally that and then we can go
Yeah.
back and revisit?
Yeah.
A couple of,
$4,200.
you got
We
2,000?
have 2,000 left.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. All right, so let's go back to number 2.
Number two.
Lights Valley Community Chorus Concerts.
When they asked for 1,000, and what did we say originally when we said we?
I think we said we cut it in half.
To 500,
Well, instead of being 2
We
extra,
gave 1,000 last year.
you did give them
Yeah.
1,000.
well, we could give them 500 for one. That's,
Sure.
that's full asking price for one,
Well, but
but
I think last year was their 50th anniversary jubilee or something, so that you would spend more money on that. I mean, I don't know, they may have done
It
something
doesn't
more
indicate.
special. Or it maybe it was a different group, but I.
No, that was the GMCC Spring 2023.
Oh, okay.
That was the Greater Milford Anniversary Jubilee.
Oh, clearly I get them confused.
That's, you know, you're not the only one, but I only because I have it right in front of me, believe me, I didn't remember.
There's too many Blackstone Valleys.
No, I think that's a good idea. I think that we give them half.
we give them full price for one.
Yeah.
of
so
the
you
two.
give Jeff when they-
Okay, so did you have anything figured in the first time for number 2?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's another 5, so that's 500.
Okay.
So that's a yes,
1,500 left.
1X, 500.
And who else did we say?
We had number 7, Winter Solstice, I think.
Which is, so I included that one.
Oh, okay, I had put yes, maybe less though.
Oh, I
Did you have met 675?
did.
All right, so that's fine, we'll leave it alone.
Okay.
Okay. What else do we have now?
The Beat Generation, number 9. I said no, right? This is no.
Oh, is that the one that,
Yes, but he doesn't have either
Oh, he doesn't have-
presentation or.
right.
okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Old, I have 21 Blackstone Valley Coffee House.
Right.
That was a hold. They're asking for 500. That was at the UU Church?
The UU Church, yeah.
Okay.
And we did not give them anything last year.
No.
What are they proposing? I don't have it in front of me. $85.29.
you what it looks like. Like you can.
I just do a search of these numbers right here. So I can type in 8529.
Oh,
Just- That's how I roll them. Right there.
Here. Nice.
Let's just take a look here. Where is it?
Oh,
Oh,
are you going to ask your co-pilot?
let's see. So. Summarize, okay. Multi-community coffee house on stage held at the music school. Create an opportunity for students, area local musicians and songwriters to gather. Sounds like an open mic.
But it's at the music school this year?
Well, that's what they're saying.
Because
The 2-hour coffee house program includes an open stage of short performances by resident musicians of all ages, okay. It features a longer set out by professional touring musicians.
which is them.
Yeah,
It's them
the
personally.
BMV Coffee House promotes the listening room environment, fostering respect for lot, yeah.
So,
All right, so I mean, it's kind of a wide open thing.
maybe give them some money, but not as much as they asked for, and I do,
What number
you would
is it?
remember this more, we used to fund that Nutcracker thing, which was a
Yes.
dance school, and it was
Yes.
pretty much a recital for the,
Yes.
for the. So, I mean, it's not out of the ballpark with something we've done in the past, I don't think it's that different from the Nutcracker, and then COVID hit and she went away, I haven't seen anything from her since.
No, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I agree. I think maybe 300. They're asking for 5, we give them 3.
Yeah.
Sure.
So. That brings us to 5,000. We can get 1,200 left.
1,200 left. Who else did we kind of say we table and go back and?
Unless we look at some of the no's.
Let's look at some of the notes. Yeah. We know it's a close, but it's a no.
Yeah, that's a
Science with Amanda was a no.
Yep.
Actually, is science with Amanda the same as the Pout Pond? I know she's,
It's two different things.
okay, and has she, I don't think she's ever
She probably hasn't done,
applied before.
no, but
Do you
I,
have a date maybe?
good question.
number 9. The B-
Number
You're talking,
6.
you're talking, about the- oh,
No,
no.
number 6.
Oh, okay.
I think I was confusing her with the Pout Pond.
She's spring and summer. And she's got it at
Oh,
Pulp.
she's doing it at the school.
Yeah, it's like an after-school program.
No, this is,
Yeah.
then am I thinking of something else? But you
No, the one, the number 6 Science with Amanda is the Earl D. Taft Elementary
Correct.
School.
Yeah,
All right, because this is gonna take place at Pulp Pond.
And I have a note of that too.
Oh, it's gonna take place at Pout Pond, so, okay, but the requester, the applicant is the school.
yeah, the school district.
So is that to pay Amanda?
No, this, I think it's to fund what she needs. Hold on. Materials for science and engineering projects. That's what the 900 is for, all for materials.
It's like a kid thing.
It is a kid thing. The only thing is I would ask her to do it at Mendon Town Beach and not Pelt Pond.
Yeah, you would send that.
That's what I would do. I would say, okay, we're willing to grant you the money. However, we want it in Mendon, at Mendon and not at Pelt Pond.
And you
Because-
want to fund the full 900.
Right, this is what you have to figure out, what you want to fund.
So what would you send her an email?
You send her a rejection, you'd send her an email and you'd say, listen, we are considering your grant. However, we'd like to see it in Mendon, at Mendon Town Beach. And
We can fund to this level.
we can fund to this level. And would you consider that instead of, because Powell Pond has their own recreation committee. They do their own things just like
Right.
anybody else does. And they apply for grants through the town of Uxbridge as well. So I think if we send her or email a request asking her,
Yeah.
in the meantime, I can send an email to Dan, is Dan the-
Dan Byer.
asking him if the town would be, the town beach, the town recreation beach would be considering that would they consider this, or maybe even the library, but since it's science and math, I think she does stuff with the waters and pollywogs and frogs. and
So
all
then
that
the
kind of
beach is
stuff.
perfect.
So the beach, town beach would be perfect.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
So
I guess we could just put that one, we're gonna send an email and ask her about it?
Yeah, I can send an email and ask her about it.
All right, I'll make a note. And so are we going to give her the full 900 then, or?
How long is does she say how long? Is
She
it?
does it through the summer. She does it I know she did in Uxbridge. She did it this past year in Uxbridge.
Yeah.
Just once?
She does it every week on a certain day
Yeah,
for the
Oh, it's
entire
always
summer.
full-
I
full-
would say the full, yeah.
She does the whole thing and the kids really like it because they
But
did,
is that gonna add a second, like, workload for her, or the folks from?
she's a teacher.
Folks.
Oh, heavens.
I know, right?
it just,
Has she applied at Uxbridge as well?
Take a look here, one moment, please.
I feel like I'm
No,
like investigating.
she has not.
Interesting.
She has not. Have you applied to no other councils, NA?
Okay.
And my gut is telling me, because somebody from Mendon went to Uxbridge to her program, and I know this because I know her. All right, so I'm being honest, I know her, and a grandmother said, could you please come to Mendon and do it? Because I have other grandkids that would like this as well. So I'm, she might have meant to put Mendon Town Beach and she put Pope Pond, because we did it in Pope Pond last year, I don't
Oh,
know,
that,
but
good point.
Force of habit.
yeah, because all you're doing is bringing right up what you did before and copying and pasting and.
So I'll
Right,
allocate the
right,
money,
right.
we'll allocate the money, but if she does respond and say, no, I have to do it, then we'll have to revisit.
We must be at almost capacity.
We are now, I think we need.
We have a couple hundred, not much left.
Well, maybe we should give, what did we give to the orchestra?
We have
We have
$300.
$300 left. And in the past, we've saved money for the reception, but I mean, how many people, yeah. Nobody came to the Strawberry Festival. It was like we had to set up the Strawberry
But-
Festival.
How, could we just sit on that 300 in case someone says, I can't, if they're asking for 1,000, we gave them 500, they said, I can do 750.
Yeah.
Then we have a little bit of play.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's early, it's still early.
Good idea.
that's why you don't give it out tonight, doesn't mean that there won't be an opportunity. to
Correct.
give it out later.
Correct,
And it's only $300.
Yeah.
Right,
correct.
okay, so
My question, what did we, how about number 25? What did we do with that?
That was a no. The community culture night at Symphony,
yeah, I think.
with Chaplin.
That was,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Claflin music, yeah, we said.
Yeah,
no.
we said-
because they charge admission.
They charge
Yeah,
us.
why are we charging such a, I mean, haven't we,
This is just an offset.
It's a
big-
big event.
Yeah, it's $42 admission ahead of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
and haven't we funded them before?
Yes,
yes, many times.
And this is what they want the money for, is for something that they're charging large admission to?
I
Why?
think it's to offset the.
Requests.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah,
had
more money.
more money to work with, but now that
I
we're
mean-
out there.
Do they need this money? What is the, I guess?
So they have a huge budget.
They also do summer concerts and everything.
they have a huge budget. I think that they're a, professional
They are.
orchestra. I think a lot of the people get paid.
Yeah.
They have corporate sponsors.
Yeah.
I know Waters sponsors them.
Oh,
Got free tickets once from Waters. And I don't remember who else sponsors them, but they have, I think they probably have like a fundraising department and this is what they do. They write grants to all of the local, they get corporate sponsors, they've got a machinery
Yeah,
for funding this.
Okay, all right. Great stuff.
And in the past, we've had money, but this year maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting if they, respond back because we are unable to fund, but hopefully they understand.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so then it's 8:07. So do we just agree upon this now and then we don't send out the letters yet, right? Or do we?
You have to send out the rejections first, and then you have to give them like a month, like 28 days or
Right,
something.
Right.
And you have to like do that through the website too.
Yeah. So what we've done in the past is that we've split up the yeses amongst us to
Yep.
send out. And then whoever sends out the declines doesn't have to send out any of the yeses. I've never sent any of the declines out. I'm happy to do it. I just need a little direction.
And you know, I'm happy to do it as well.
Okay,
I mean, I'm an HR guy. I fire people all the time.
okay. It sounds like you're the man for the
I'm
job.
going in for the job.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay, all right.
Well, actually, let me refer, my standard reply is, you know, they say, I do HR. They say, oh, you must fire. I've never fired anyone in my life. You fire yourself,
This is true.
and I just make it official.
That's right.
That's right.
I show you the door.
You,
Yep.
you hand them the box.
I hand them the box, I hand them maybe the last check, you know,
Yeah.
Their COPA papers and all of that.
Exactly. And I heard every sad story there is, it's like,
Well, I did it last year.
And there
the
is.
decision has been made
Yeah.
that we're going to end the employment relationship, and that is effective immediately. And here is some paperwork, and, do you have a badge? Do you have a key? Okay, I'll walk you out.
Your laptop, whatever else.
Doesn't bother me. in the least.
Oh, my God, I never do.
Yeah.
You're right.
You don't want to see me coming.
Oh,
No.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
Remind me of that George Clooney movie, Up in the Air.
that was a good movie. That was a good.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, Paul. So you're gonna take.
Just show me how to do it, and
Yeah,
that's all I
You
need
did
to
it
know.
last year, Sandy, correct?
I did it last year, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you could get
Yeah.
Emma off, you could give, because I wanna chat with, Mike. Gosh.
Jim?
Jim. about-
It is on.
Wait, it looks like
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I look like my guy.
Yeah.
So we, motion to adjourn,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor, aye?
I,
All right.
I